In many cases, the profit potential is greatest when a company is in the startup stage. This is rightly so, since the company does not have a proven track record and may not have even generated any sales. It might not even have a fully developed business plan or management team. If the company is developing a product, there might not even be a prototype to demonstrate its features. As a result, buying shares in a startup company is a risky venture. However, when there is a greater risk, in most cases there is a greater potential reward. It is these potential rewards that motivate angel investors and venture capital firms to invest huge amounts of money in these types of ventures. Unfortunately, for most Americans, they're not allowed to invest in startup companies. The Securities and Exchange Commission only allows accredited investors to be able to make these types of investments. In order to qualify as an accredited investor, you need to either have a net worth of at least $1 million, excluding your home equity, or earn a yearly income that exceeds $200,000 in each of the 2 most recent years, or joint income with a spouse exceeding $300,000 for those years, and have a reasonable expectation of the same income level in the current year. It also excludes most people from being able to own shares in companies that have the biggest potential for making life-changing profits. There are a couple of exceptions, namely the 504 and 506 rules. However, the requirements and rules make it more hassle than it's worth. In my mind, this isn't fair. I also believe that if we are as free as we're taught in school or preached on TV, we should be able to invest our money in whatever we like. If we make a bad choice, we have to live with the consequences. Unfortunately, our nanny government has another very strong opinion about this matter and wants to protect us from ourselves. As a result, we're stuck with the rules whether we like them or not. While we might not be able to break the SEC rules regarding having to be an accredited investor in order to invest in a non-publicly traded company, we can always explore workarounds. Having thinking about this dilemma, I think I've arrived at a solution that allows many of us hardworking and skilled Americans a chance to get a piece of this lucrative action. So how can it be done? It is just a matter of obtaining an equity position in a startup company without paying currency for your shares. So how are you going to get a startup company to do that? It's easy if you have a critical skill, materials, or real estate that would enable a startup to accomplish a significant business milestone without raising capital. So how can you find these business opportunities that have the potential to make you financially independent and set for life? One way is to search for companies willing to trade equity in order to accomplish their business goals. This can be done on newbusinesstrade.com. This website brings entrepreneurs together with people or businesses that can provide research and development, services, materials, equipment, finished products, office space, retail space, warehouse space, manufacturing, or marketing. In return, these entrepreneurs will give equity, future royalties, or a percentage of sales in their business. As with any investing, smart investors invest the majority of their funds in safer investments and allocate a small portion, such as 10%, to more speculative ventures. By doing this, they're limiting their risk, but at the same time buying a ticket that could radically change their financial destiny. I would recommend using the same approach when you trade your labor, real estate, materials, or finished products for equity in startup companies that are listed on newbusinesstrade.com. Another way to increase your chances of scoring big with startup companies is to spread your investment in time or whatever you choose to trade among a number of companies. Like a farmer sowing seeds, some seeds will find fertile soil, and others will land on rock and perish. The more seeds planted increases your odds of getting rich. If you are a preferred provider in the New Business Creator Network directory, you can also participate in new business trade deals. You can do this by making a selection that indicates that you will consider new business trades. By doing this, you let new business creator members know that you're open to considering these types of arrangements. The main benefit of making this selection is that you'll potentially attract more business. Keep in mind that you can always offer a partial trade. As a result, you'll make money and at the same time acquire equity in a number of startup companies. Be aware that indicating that you will consider new business trade deals does not obligate you to offer trades to every company that solicits your products or services.